Jim Schultz here for Calculated Risk, and don't forget, before we get started today, the best ways you can help us are by liking the video or subscribing to the channel. Either one of those guys really helps us out a lot. Okay, so if you've been selling premium for really any length of time, you're kind of clear with the concept, you put some reps in, you got a little bit of experience, you might be naturally wondering, hey Jim, why don't we sell longer dated options? Like, we're kind of concentrating around 45 days to go. Why not go out to 60? Why not go out to 75? Why not go out to 90? Because those options collect even higher credits. And that's true. But the one thing that we want to focus on, and our answer here today, is going to be not in just the total amount of decay, but the rate of decay. So let's go. Okay, so if we think about like expiration cycles and days to expiration, compare like a 90-day option versus like a 30-day option. If I have a 90-day option and I'm selling that option, or even buying that option, doesn't matter, it's going to have a lot more extrinsic value because there's a lot more risk to the short side of the contract. So it makes sense that the total extrinsic value in that option, assuming of course it's out of the money, so these are going to be, put strikes below where the stock is, call strikes above where the stock is. And so if I'm over 90 days to go, that's a lot more risk to the short side of the contract. So the total extrinsic value has to be greater than something at like the 30-day marker. Okay, but if we go one step further, that also means if I have 90 days, there's a much wider expanse, a much broader expanse that the theta, or the extrinsic value, has to burn through to get all the way to expiration. Whereas 30 days to go, it's like, man, expiration is right around the corner. And so this is why, yes, you see higher credits. Yes, you see higher premiums on those longer dated, those 90 days, those 100 days, whatever. But you're also going to see smaller and lower thetas, because theta is showing you the rate of decay per day. And so the theta is going to be lower, and it's going to increase as you get closer and closer to expiration. And this is why, if you were to look at a decay curve and you look at those longer dated options, you see that the slope of the line of the actual decay, it looks really flat, because those options don't really decay very much early on in their life with so many days to go to expiration. And so when it comes to looking at options and thinking about premiums, you want to think about risk, of course, but you want to think about what that risk actually means and what you're being compensated for. Like, how are you getting paid to hold this risk? The reality is, if you have too many days to go, especially if you're on the short side of the contract, man, you are taking still unlimited risk if you're naked, and you're not necessarily getting paid by a ramped up decay or a significant amount of decay from one day to the next. And this is represented by that flatter line on the decay curve, or the lower theta numbers that you see in the trade bar. And so this is why we really like to settle right around 45 days to go. Honestly, anywhere between 30 and I would say 60 on the top end is going to be just fine. The reason why we like this marker is because, again, if you were to look at a decay curve, you would see that the slope of the line, when you look at decay over time, it's really starting to move in your favor. And by in favor, I mean the decay is starting to pick up steam. The theta is starting to increase. The extrinsic value is dissipating off of the options a lot more quickly. But we don't want to push this too far. Like, we don't want to get a little too big for our britches, and now all of a sudden we're doing, 20 days, 10 days, 7 days, what have you, when it comes to our foundational kind of short premium trades. Because as you get closer to expiration, the gimme, as they say, is a higher theta, but the gotcha, as they also say, is stronger directional risk by way of higher gammas, so now your deltas move a lot more. And so the nice balance between these two is somewhere around 45, anywhere between 30 and 60, I think is a good marker. So let's hop into Tasty Trade and let's take a look at this very phenomenon with a couple of easy examples. All right, so here I am inside of my Tasty Trade platform. I've got IWM pulled up, the Russell 2000 index, more like the Russell 3000 index. So if I go into the trade page here, if I were to look at an October option, so let's say that I want to sell about a 35 delta option, pretty standard starting point for maybe like a short put strategy. So I'm looking at a short put. I want to sell the 35-day option. I'm in October with 84 days to go. So take a look at a couple of things. So number one, take a look at your credit collected. All right, that's pretty significant. But number two, take a look at your theta, which again, that's going to measure the rate of decay, how that extrinsic value is expected to burn off of the option. Of course, this is theta in isolation, so ceteris paribus, all things being equal. There are always a million other things going on in the market, so it's never this clean, but it does give you an idea or an indication of the impact that time is going to have on the option price. Okay, well, take a look at what happens if I highlight, I should say, the option, and then I tick down my expiration. So this is in an 84-day cycle. Let me go down to the September cycle. I have 56 days to go. Look at what has happened. My credit has dropped, which is, again, that makes sense because there are fewer days in the expiration cycle. But now my theta has increased, right? Because there's a shorter amount of time that the extrinsic value has to burn through, so each day becomes relatively more valuable in terms of the decay potential for that day. And then if we push the envelope even further, if I go down to maybe the August option, there's your August monthly right there. Now I'm only collecting 335, but obviously my rate of decay is much, much higher than it was in the October cycle. And so when you think about a longer dated versus a shorter dated, this is the relationship that you're going to find. And this relationship is going to hold for all options across all expiration cycles. Like if I pull up McDonald's, let's say, let's go into October, and we will try to maintain the ceteris paribus assumption to the best of our ability by choosing the same strike. So if I do like a 255 strike, you can see this is right around that 34 delta. So kind of similar to the one that we just looked at. If I delete those circles, let me sell my 255 strike. You're going to see the same general relationship. This is a universal principle of the options market. So the theta is, let me grab my marker here. My theta is 670. My credit collected 730. Okay, let's do the same thing. Let me highlight the option, and let me move kind of backwards in time. So if I move backwards in time, then I'm going to be able to go to September, and now my theta is $8 per day, and my total credit collected, I should say, is 545. And so again, you see higher theta, but lower credit collected. This is what we would expect. This is always going to be the case. And again, if I push all the way to August, I am running into my highest theta and my lowest credit. And so again, this is where we really like to live, around that 45-day market. We feel like it's a nice sweet spot between credit collected in total, rate of decay in terms of daily decay, and then obviously the balance between time and direction. So yes, the longer dated options can be very attractive from a bigger credit standpoint, but it's going to come with some drawbacks, right? Every gimme's got to have a gotcha. And so now my daily rate of decay is not going to be as strong. My daily rate of decay is not going to be nearly as strong as it would be if I were a little bit closer to expiration. So this is why we don't really like the longer dated guys, 80, 90, 100 days plus. And we tend to settle somewhere between 30 and 60. And I'll see you guys next time.